Hi, my name's Gordon Pilcher, and this is not Train Fever 101. I don't profess to be Monty. He's got it pretty much worked out, and all I'm doing is trying to cover a couple of little points that I've found with Train Fever. I've had this since September 9 this year, 2014. We're now up to build 4813. I noticed just recently they've added this here called Game Basics. You just scroll down it, gives you a few little bits you might be interested in. And if you get in here, don't click the cross because it won't get you out. Just click back to game. And you got the walkthroughs, again, similar thing. This one I think actually covers a few videos on how to install mods. I've done a few mods on mine. Modding and configuration here. Now if you're going to do modding and configuration, you go to the site. One of these will actually have it on it. Go to Train Fever mods, Train Fever forum, and you've got all the other guides. And it may well be in here, this one, looking at it. Yeah, I actually use this one here, Train Fever Manager, to install all my mods, and there is click that, it should pop open, you should see it. Mine is a newer version of it now, it's been updated. So if you want to make your Train Fever just a little bit more crisp or pretty or whatever, you can go and download all your mods. I did it for a couple of reasons, not because I wanted it just pretty, but I found there was a couple of locos in there that I wanted, and I found a cheaper bus stop. Anyway, we'll pop through the main menu at this point, and we'll just do a quick 1850 here at this point. So we're going to go for a large map, make it flat and keep it easy. The reason I keep it easy at this point is that 11 years ago, this Christmas, I suffered a stroke. I'm not a stroke victim, I'm a stroke survivor. And effectively, if you don't know what a stroke is, it's basically having a brain injury. And at the time, one of my therapists said, "Oh, you won't get back on a computer again. That's like telling me I can't have a pee after drinking a bottle of water. Doesn't work. I've got to go. And the computer's been my way of life since probably the early 1980s. Back when if you wanted a game you had to sit there and write it yourself. Nowadays we have them where we just buy them like this on Steam. And I think Steam's a brilliant format. I was looking at a chap that's on Monty's Facebook. Monty, I can't remember. I'll put it up. I'll put a link to it when I've finished. He was having troubles with. He'd made some settings adjustments, and one of the neat parts about it, you can go in and uninstall the game. You don't lose it. You just uninstall it. Next time you fire Steam up, just tell the game to reinstall, and when you do that, you actually go back to standard settings, and you don't lose any of your mods that you've installed, so you're quite okay. I've done it a couple of times where I've really screwed up. I've got another computer sitting. I'm actually playing this on a Mac through Boot Camp. This is only an i5, little iMac. I've got a Mac Pro, April Mac Pro sitting next to me, but I can't use that because it doesn't have the camera on it. Okay, we've got this new splash screen, which is basically similar to what we were looking at before. Your simple tutorials. You want to learn how to build a bus line. Yeah, and the chap that I noticed last night when I was reading on one of the, he was trying to work out how to draw a rail line and a road. It's all fairly simple. I'll try and explain that I'll just sort of go through a couple of simple. One of the things that I personally do, because I want to add, I'm going to turn that horrible music off. It'd be okay if it was Pink Floyd or something like that. I wouldn't mind so much. So what I'm doing is I'm just adding a little bit of extra road there. It is chewing it through a little bit of money. When you start the game, you start off with a $3 million loan. That $3 million loan is incurring a $30,000 interest free every year. So my suggestion is pay it off as quickly as you can. Now I want to know what land uses in this town. If you look here, residential's green, commercial's red, so obviously that's where you go do your shopping. You've got Coles and Myers and all that there. I don't know if I can see Coles or Myers. No, I can't, they're not there. Anyway, then you got your residential, industrial. Well, that's all the little engineering shops, all the chip carpenters and people like that. Then you've got your yellow areas, which are your leisure facilities. And one of the things you want to do is that with the people that are in here, I'll just, if I can zoom in on a person, they don't even grunt at you, they don't say anything. Not like I've got to close it before I can click on them. Hear that? Details about them. There's some building, click on that. It'll tell you which residence you can go to see. There are two people who live in his residential, but he's going to the shop. We can see which shop he's going to. And he works at in the industrial building over here. So the trick is to give these people a way around town for a start. I know it's called train fever, but there are other aspects to it. Well, that was a bit silly. I hit the delete key then. The delete key takes all the other information off the screen, all your information off the screen. But you don't lose it permanently. You just go down there to the right. Down here you'll see there's cargo, land use, contour lines. The reason contour lines is that if you're drawing railways out, it's cheaper to run a line around a hill than just drag it through because the tunnels are expensive. But anyway, getting back to this, we need some bus stops. You'll probably, if you haven't modded at this stage, you'll only have that style and a couple of these ones down here, for that one I think. But if you do some modding, and I'll give you an idea, that one's $1,200. Look at this little sucker, it's $300. I'm going to put one either side of the road, so if I want, I do that personally for my sake. I can run a bus or a stagecoach in either direction. Well, we're already whacking up some houses here. Don't you love it? 1850, and they got these fancy cranes. Pretty cool cranes for 1850. Another couple of stops there. Now, a quick way to make money at the start of the game, when you start, is to move people. Become a people mover. Okay, we've got an industrial area over here. That dude I was looking at before is working down here. And if I say a lot of dum, that's probably because I'm a Kiwi, even though I live in Australia. And I'll probably put another one, stop out there. Now, the next trick is we've got to create a line. I have just like, I don't know whether other people do it this way. I find it easier because when I go to do vehicle updates, there's a new little trick here if you haven't got the latest update. have multiple lines. Okay, what I'm going to do, see, I didn't pick up that stop there, we'll make that the first stop. Okay, right, add, there we go. It's just, we'll go around in tiny little circles there for a start. We'll go up this way to there. You notice you're going in the opposite direction this time. Up this road to Tamaki Drive. The other one, Parr Road, Atkinson Avenue. Sounds like I'm in Auckland somewhere. Papanui Road. Okay, you might be wondering, I've got different names to probably some of you people, but that's because I've got a mod that gave me New Zealand street names, and I'm not worried about that one, it's already got picked up on the red bus line 1. Back to there. Now that'll go from there and it'll start its loop back here and pick up round that way. Alright, we need a depot now. I always put my depots, regardless, I know some people think this is probably a bit dumb, I know my son is playing it, he thinks I'm a bit silly doing this. I run all my depots from a town. I put 3 stagecoaches. And I'll set it to line 1, bus line 1. Okay, that's taking 5 minutes to go around that circle. Another 3 going on the other bus route. Bus route 2. That's taking 5 minutes too. Oh, yeah, just 5 minutes as well, you know. Concentrating. Now I'll hit the delete key, get rid of all that stuff so I can see what's going on here. We'll just follow this dude for a minute. Okay, he picked up a person. He's got 3 people on board, and they'll be standing on the sidewalk, and you'll notice that they just magically disappear. You don't see them climb in. Going up to the next stop at Cumberland Road. Cumberland Road doesn't sound like a Kiwi name. Anyway, there's anybody waiting at the next stop. Yep, we're going on the crossing. Stop. Okay, we've got 3 on that one. So we know that this line's going to pick up people. It's going to start making some money. Now, you have your line manager. You want these to go green as soon as you can. Like, I'm down to 2.75 million, so I've obviously spent $250,000 so far. Delete that stuff, and then you can go here onto this one, vehicles. I kind of like this one. Tells me, okay, one of my stagecoaches has got 2, 5, 2, none, 1. You can sort of see what's happening at different stops here, right? The different stops. You want to go to that stop there. Click on that, and you can go and stay still. My dexterity is not that fancy. Some days. Where are these people that's standing here? Actually, they're waiting for 2 different bus routes. One's waiting for bus route 1, one's waiting for bus route 2. These are all my towns. Burnt Hill, I don't have a clue where that is. Clyde is in the South Island. Hikarangi. I would tell you where they all are, but I can't remember. I haven't lived here for 20 years. We've got Kawakawa, Manapuri, that's in the South Island, that's where there's a big dam. Mangomaku, Manatahi, Matakana. Ah, interesting, that's where I grew up. Okay, we'll just have a quick look. This is where I grew up as a kid. That's where I got my first interest in trains. See if I can see where I lived. Probably that house there. Anyway, that's the first time I've ever seen Papakura ever come up on the map. I was getting a little bit worried. I thought when these mods had come out, they'd left it out. I was getting Papatoetoe. Where's the town I was working on? Okay, when you're building your first, you obviously want to try and get a train line in relatively quickly. But look along these areas. If you're not sure how flat it is, just go to your contour lines. To build a train line here is going to be fairly simple. I personally, I'm going to go to this town, Tapu Manganui. I think that's in the central North Island somewhere. I think. I know New Zealand's only a little country, but it takes a while to get around it. Is it like I did on the previous town? Just extend the road a little bit, just make it a better road. That there is just a road upgrade. I'm not drawing new roads. Just while I'm on this, I did see this fellow last night. I'll draw a little road off here just to. So what you do is you go to here, click decide what side street you want. Using your right mouse cursor, then draw your line out and then click it off once you've decided that's where you want to go. Anyway, let's get back to building this. Because I want to stop this. I don't want the video running too long. Okay. Already to 1851. I was going to stop it. We're halfway through. I'm going 18 months now. I hadn't intended going that long. I was only going to go 12 months. You're wondering what I'm talking about? Have a look down the right hand corner here. Sometimes when I'm doing a setup like this, I put the game in pause mode so it doesn't charge off on me at a million mile an hour. I mean, that's not a million mile an hour. We've been going what, 5-10 minutes? I don't know. I haven't got a clock. I can't see a clock. Anyway, I have got a clock, but I can't see it. Around these industrial buildings, how well have we covered the residential? I find the darker, the brighter green that is, the more affluent it is. But what I did notice is the cities expand. The cities, it's not a city, it's a town. A city's when you've got 1,500 people in here, and you actually earn achievement points. If I click that down, you'll see some of the achievements that I've done. I've still got a few to do, as you can see. Put stops on that one. But as I was saying before I got sidetracked there, as the town becomes bigger and better, and this has got more and more road use, you find some of these houses will turn that shade of green, become more affluent. That's a big word. I didn't mean effluent, but affluent. Probably some people think I'm talking effluent. Anyway, and this time we won't forget to put the little bus station, and actually if I'm going to be going that way, now always sort of think, where am I going to put my train station? You really want this situated opposite where your train station is. So I'm going to put train station in here somehow. It may mean I have to delete my little road that I drew, but anyway, but depends how the train station fits. Back to our bus now. What we'll do, it's a different town, but I've noticed Monty does bus 04. And we'll start that in the same place. But we'll go in the opposite direction. Do a little zigzag thing down here and around. Up. Probably didn't need to go up that one. It was already serviced by bus line 3. I might catch that one on this one. Which way is that going to go? Come up here, we haven't picked that one up. Back round this way. There. Is that across there like that? Down there to Tirakau Drive. Back through there again. I know, sort of doing funny little loops. And we'll skip bus stop 1 and straight to there. So actually both routes have got the same number of stops. Both doing 21 stops. Anyway, now we put our depot in. By our stages. Now we used 3 on the previous one. Under here somewhere I've got this. There we go. 3, that's 6 minutes. Now remember your timing is, you never want anything going more than 20 minutes. You might just set this one to 4, it'll actually bring it down under the 6. Probably. I can always sell one of them off and put one bit. Okay, I've got good road coverage there, right? Okay, we've just gone to January 1952 and I'm going to stop the game at this point. I'll save that to pick up again later. 1852, there we go, that's going to be better. We'll save it at that so I can pick it up next time and I'll finish this game for you. Well, I won't finish it, but I'll try and do some more videos. Okay, that's my lot on this one. Catch you later. Quit. I hope that helped somebody. If not, I didn't do a very good job. Okay, thank you, bye.